Congratulations on completing the practical life lessons and the sensorial lessons. We are moving forward and now we are about to start the language lessons. It's a very fun journey that we are going to embark on. Now, with the Montessori language lessons, we always begin by teaching the children the sounds of the letters first. So we let them be aware of the letter sounds. We also engage them in a lot of storytelling, which will give them a lot of different vocabularies. Okay, so they will get enhancement of their vocabularies through the storytelling activities. We also introduce them to initial sounds by giving them objects, which we use something we call the sound buckets or sound pouches, or we also can call it the sound bins, depending on what it's kept in. So we put objects in all these things and we use it to introduce children to initial sounds. We engage them in a lot of songs that also help or enhance their vocabulary. With all these lessons, we introduce children to something we call the metal inserts as well. The metal inserts give them awareness of the patterns that the letter sounds follow. So if, let's say, you're going to write A and you're going to use this pattern, then these metal inserts are what is going to help the children, or the metal insert helps the children to learn the patterns that the letter sounds follows. With all this, they also learn the letter sounds and how to write them using the sandpaper letters and the sand tray. Okay, so we take them through a step by step. We don't just get up and say we are teaching phonics. You take them through step by step procedures for them to be able to learn how to read and write successfully. We have series that we are going to go through. This series, we have the first one called the Pink series. The Pink series is going to take the child through CVC words. When we say CVC words, what we mean is consonant, vowel, consonant words. Children are going to be introduced to this simple consonant, vowel, consonant words, which will help them to begin to blend or pronounce simple words by themselves and even create their own words and pronounce it. After the Pink series, we are going to take children through what we call the Blue series. The Blue series introduces children to the consonant blends. We have the initial blends that start with words. For example, when we look at the word like black, we have the blend bl, starting the word black. So we teach them initial blends. We also teach them ending blends. There are some blends that end words. So the ending blends, like an example, the word like hand. So you can see that we have "nd" ending the word hand. So the "nd" is the ending blend. We're going to give children different ways that has ending blends and introduce them to these ending blends. We also introduce them to median blends in the Blue series. The median blends are the blends that are found in between a word. For example, basket. So we have the skirt as a blend in between that word. Basket, bucket, rocket. Okay, so they are going to be introduced to all these blends. That is the Blue series. Very interesting. And then when they are done with the Blue series, we will now introduce them to what we call the early grammar lessons. The early grammar lessons introduce children to the different parts of speech and also introduce them to how to construct their own sentences. As young as they are, 4 years to 5 years, they will begin to construct their own sentences and know where to use each and every part of speech. This is very fun, you know. And then the last series we are going to end the language lessons with is what we call the Green series. The Green series. The Green series focuses on diagrams, and the long vowels that we call it. So let's say the U, the A, the I, the the sh, the ch, and all that. We are going to take children through the diagrams and introduce them to words and sentences that has what diagrams in it. So enjoy. You can see it's going to be a very fun activity. Let's begin this journey together and love it. Let's get started.